Sarah Morgan loved rainy afternoons. The 8-year-old girl stood at the kitchen window of their house in Michigan, watching drops race down the glass. Her 5-year-old brother Henry was building a castle with wooden blocks on the living room floor. Mommy said she'd be back soon, Henry said, adding another block to his tower. I know, Sarah replied. Their mother Kelly had gone to the grocery store for milk and bread. She promised to buy them ice cream too. The rain stopped suddenly. Outside, the clouds turned strange colors. Purple and green lights danced across the sky. Sarah pressed her face against the window. Henry, come look at this, she called. Her brother ran to the window. They watched the swirling lights above their neighborhood. Other kids came out of their houses, pointing at the sky. The lights grew brighter. Sarah felt a tingling in her skin. Henry grabbed her hand. I don't like this, he whispered. A beam of white light shot down from the clouds. It landed in their backyard. Sarah and Henry ran to the back door. They had to see what was happening. Don't open it, Henry said, but Sarah was already turning the handle. They stepped onto the back porch. The grass in their yard was glowing. A shape appeared in the light. It looked like a silver egg, but as big as a car. The air felt electric. We should go back inside, Sarah said, but her feet wouldn't move. She tried to turn around, but something held her in place. The egg opened. Inside stood 4 tall figures. They had gray skin and large black eyes. Their bodies were thin and they wore black suits that seemed to shine. One of them pointed a device at the children. A red light scanned them up and down. Specimens confirmed, it said in a voice that sounded like metal scraping metal. Human juveniles, acceptable condition. Sarah tried to scream, but no sound came out. Henry's hand was shaking in hers. The figures stepped forward. 2 of them grabbed Sarah. 2 grabbed Henry. They pulled the children apart. No! Sarah finally found her voice. Let go, Henry! Her brother was crying now. Sarah, I want Mommy! The aliens carried them toward their ship. Sarah kicked and fought, but they were too strong. She looked back at their house. Everything seemed normal except for the glowing ring in their yard. They pushed the children through a door in the egg. Inside was all white and silver. Seats lined the walls. The aliens strapped Sarah and Henry into 2 seats next to each other. Extraction complete, one alien said. Initiating departure sequence. The door closed. The children heard a humming sound. Then the world outside the window turned into streaks of light. Kelly Morgan pushed her shopping cart through the store aisles. She had milk, bread, and was heading to the ice cream section. Her phone buzzed. She checked it. Mrs. Morgan? It was their neighbor, Mr. Johnson. Are you home? Something strange is happening in your backyard. Kelly's heart jumped. What do? You mean strange? Lights in the sky. Looks like something landed. I can't see the kids. Kelly dropped her phone. She left her cart in the aisle and ran for her car. The drive home seemed to take forever. When she turned onto their street, she saw police cars and neighbors standing around. She jumped out and ran toward her house. A police officer tried to stop her. Ma'am, you can't go in there yet. Those are my children, Sarah, Henry. She pushed past him and ran into the backyard. A perfect circle of burned grass marked the center of the lawn. No sign of her children. Where are they? She screamed. Tears ran down her face. Where are my babies? Mr. Johnson came over. His face was pale. I saw them, Kelly. These tall gray beings took them. They had a ship. It just vanished. Other neighbors nodded. They had seen the same thing. A police officer was taking notes, but Kelly could see he didn't believe them. We need to call someone, the officer said. FBI, maybe. This is beyond us. Kelly knelt in the burned grass. Her mind was racing. Aliens, abduction. Her children were gone. But something else was stirring in her mind. Something she had buried years ago. She stood up slowly. Her face changed. The crying mother was gone. Something harder replaced her. Officer, she said, her voice steady now. I need to make some phone calls. Important ones. He looked at her strangely. Ma'am, I think you're in shock. No, she said. I'm waking up. That night, after the police left and the neighbors went home, Kelly sat in her kitchen. She made 3 phone calls. Each conversation was brief. It's the widow, she said each time. I'm back. I need you. The people on the other end sounded surprised. Some were scared. All agreed to help. Kelly Morgan had secrets. Before she came to Earth, before she had children, she was someone else. Someone the galaxy feared. Now they had made a mistake. They had taken her children. In the kitchen, she opened a hidden panel behind the refrigerator. Inside was a small silver device. She pressed her thumb to it. It glowed green. Activation confirmed, a computer voice said. Connection established. How may I assist, Iron Widow? Kelly smiled. It was not a nice smile. Track them, she said. Find my children and prepare our ships. We're going hunting. Far away, on a gay prison facility among the stars, Sarah and Henry were placed in a white room. The walls were clear like glass on one side. Aliens in white uniforms watched them. Don't cry, Sarah told Henry. She hugged him tight. Mommy will come for us, I know she will. Henry sniffled. But how? We're not on Earth anymore. I don't know how, Sarah said. But she will. Mommy always comes when we need her, through the glass wall. They watched strange creatures being led past. Beings with 4 arms, others with wings. Some looked like walking animals. All looked sad and scared. An alien in a black suit stopped at their window. It spoke through a speaker. You will be kept here for study. Cooperate and you will be treated well. Resist and you will face punishment. We want to go home, Sarah said bravely. Earth is primitive. This is better for you. You will help us learn about human specimens. The alien walked away. Sarah held Henry tighter. Somewhere out there, their mother would be looking for them. She was sure of it. What none of them knew was that Kelly Morgan had once been the most dangerous person in the galaxy, and now they had made the worst mistake possible. They had threatened her children. The hunt was beginning. 3 days passed since the children disappeared. Kelly Morgan stood in her garage wearing black clothes. She pressed her thumb to the wall. A hidden door slid open. Behind it was a room filled with weapons and armor. She picked up a silver helmet. When she put it on, data appeared before her eyes. Numbers, maps, and alien words scrolled across the display. Connection established, the helmet said. Welcome back, Iron Widow. Kelly took off the helmet and sat down. Memories flooded back. Battles among the stars, ships exploding. Her followers cheering as they won fight after fight. She had been happy to leave it all behind. Happy to be just a mother. But now they had her children. Her phone rang. She answered it. Kelly Morgan. A rough voice spoke. This is Drake Miller. You called about the old days. I need my ship, Kelly said. Which one? You had 20. The Vendetta. Drake went quiet. That's at the edge of the solar system. Been there 8 years. Send coordinates. I'll meet you there tomorrow. Kelly, be careful. Some of the old crew are still looking for you. Not everyone forgave what happened. Let them come, Kelly said. I have bigger problems now. She hung up and made another call. This is Lisa Park, a woman answered. Lisa, it's me, the widow. Lisa gasped. Impossible. You're dead. Not yet. I need information. The Calvar Empire. What do you know? They're still taking prisoners. Mostly. From new worlds. Earth was on their list last year. Where do they keep them? Different places. But new ones go to Processing Station 7 first. It's in the Kepler system. Kelly wrote down the location. How many ships guard it? At least 10. Kelly, you can't do this alone. I'm not alone, Kelly said. She ended the call. That night, strange things happened around Earth. In space stations hiding behind the moon, old warriors woke up. They checked weapons that hadn't been used in years. They made calls to others they hadn't spoken to since Kelly vanished. In Australia, a man named Keith Roberts stood in his workshop. He had gotten Kelly's message. He started building a device he swore he'd never make again. A weapon that could destroy whole ships. In Japan, a woman called Amy Chen packed her bags. She was Kelly's best pilot. No one could fly through asteroid fields like her. She hadn't wanted to fight anymore, but her old leader needed her. Back in Michigan, Kelly prepared to leave. She wore her black battlesuit again. It felt strange after so many years of blue jeans and t-shirts. But it also felt right. Her neighbor, Mr. Johnson, knocked on the door. "Kelly, you okay? I wanted to check on you." She opened the door a little. "I'm fine. Thanks for watching out that night." "Where are you going?" He saw her clothes. "That looks like military gear." "I have to find my children," she said simply. "Can I help? Maybe come with you?" Kelly looked at him kindly. "This is my path. But thank you." She drove to an empty field outside town. A car was waiting. Drake Miller stepped out. He was older now, his hair gray but still tall and strong. "Your ship is ready," he said. "I fitted it with new shields last month. Thought you might come back someday." They flew in Drake's small craft to the edge of the solar system. There, hidden in an asteroid field, floated the Vendetta. It was black as space itself, with red markings along its sides. "My God," Kelly whispered. "I missed her." "She missed you too," Drake said. "Everything's ready. Weapons, shields, engines, even your old crew quarters." They boarded the ship. Kelly ran her hands over the controls. Everything came alive under her touch. The ship's computer spoke. "Welcome home, Captain." "Set course for the meeting point," Kelly ordered. "Standard speed." "May I ask our mission, Captain?" "We're getting my children back." Meanwhile, on the alien prison station, Sarah and Henry were learning to survive. They had made friends with other prisoners. A blue creature named Zix taught them the rules. "Don't look the guards in their third eye," Zix said. "It makes them angry." "How long have you been here?" Sarah asked. 4 Earth years. My whole family was taken." Henry looked sad. "Will Mommy find us?" Sarah hugged him. "Yes, I promise." The children learned the prison schedule. They knew when guards changed shifts. They learned which guards were mean and which ignored them. They found which food was safe to eat. Every day they looked out their window. They saw new prisoners arrive. They saw others being tested on. They saw guards with weapons watching everything, but they didn't lose hope. Sarah remembered bedtime stories their mother told them. Stories about brave heroes who never gave up. She thought her mother would be angry. They weren't supposed to go outside without permission. "When Mommy gets here, we'll be in trouble," Henry said one day. Sarah laughed. "I don't think she'll be mad this time." Back on the Vendetta, Kelly gathered her old crew. Amy Chen arrived, first piloting a small fighter. Keith Roberts came next, carrying cases of his weapons. Others followed. Old friends, loyal warriors, people who had fought beside her years ago. "Welcome back," she told them. "I know you all have new lives now. I know you stopped fighting, but I need you one more time." They stood in the ship's main room. 20 hardened veterans, people who had once ruled parts of the galaxy. "My children, we're taken," Kelly said. "The Calvar have them, we get them back." "We're with you," Amy said. The others nodded. "First, we need ships," Kelly said. "Drake, can you get more?" "Already done. 5 more fighters are coming tomorrow." "Keith, I need your best weapons. I brought my entire collection." Kelly smiled. Her team was coming together. In 3 days, they would reach the prison station. She didn't care how many ships guarded it. She didn't care how strong the Calvar were. They had taken her children. Now they would pay. In a dark corner of the galaxy, the Calvar High Command met. They discussed many things, but not the prison stations. They were too busy planning new invasion routes. They had never lost a war. They believed nothing could stop them. They had no idea what was coming for them. On Processing Station 7, an alarm sounded. The station commander looked at his screen. "Sir," his aide said, "we detected an unknown ship entering the system." "Show me." The aide brought up an image. A black ship with red markings. "Just one ship?" the commander asked. "Send 2 patrols. Tell them to identify it and send it away." "Yes, sir." The commander went back to his reports. He didn't know he had signed. His death warrant, Kelly Morgan, was coming for her children. 2 Calvar patrol ships moved toward the Vendetta. Kelly watched them on her screens. Her crew was ready at battle stations. "They're trying to talk to us," Amy said. "Want me to answer?" "Put them through," Kelly ordered. A Calvar face appeared on the screen. Gray skin, black eyes, thin nose. "Unknown vessel, this is Calvar Patrol Unit 7. Identify yourself and state your purpose." Kelly leaned forward. "This is Kelly Morgan. I'm looking for my children." The alien blinked. "We don't negotiate with primitives. Turn back now." "Wrong answer," Kelly said. She pressed a button. "Fire." The Vendetta's weapons lit up space. Red. Energy beams hit both patrol ships. Their shields blazed and failed. One ship exploded, the other tried to run. "Amy, don't let it escape." Amy's fingers flew over controls. A missile shot from their ship. The patrol craft exploded in a ball of fire. "That was quick," Keith said. "They weren't expecting real weapons." "Send a message to their station," Kelly said. "Tell them the Iron Widow has returned." At Processing Station 7, alarms went crazy. The commander ran to the control room. "Status report. 2 patrol ships destroyed, sir. The attacker identified as Kelly Morgan and Iron Widow." The commander's face turned pale. Even Calvar had heard stories about the Iron Widow. But those were just legends. "Prepare all defenses, call for reinforcements." "They sent a message, sir." "What did it say?" "Return the children or die." Back on the Vendetta, Kelly studied station scans. 10 guard ships, like Lisa said, plus station defenses. "Think we can take them?" "We've fought worse odds," Drake answered. He was checking weapon systems. "I remember when we attacked the Steel Moon Fortress," Amy said. "That had 50 ships." "We had 30 ships then, too," Kelly reminded her. "Now we have 6. "We have better weapons now," Keith said. "And they're not ready for us." Kelly looked at her crew. These people had followed her through battles nobody thought they could win. But this was different. This was about her children. No unnecessary risks. "We get in, get my kids, and get out." "What about the other prisoners?" Amy asked. Kelly was quiet for a moment. "We'll do what we can." Inside the station, Sarah noticed guards running around. Something was happening. She heard alarms. "Zix, what's going on?" The blue creature listened at the door. "Big trouble coming. I heard guards talking. Someone attacked patrol ships." Henry jumped up. "Is it Mommy?" "I don't know," Zix said. "But guards are very scared." Sarah felt hope rise in her chest. Maybe it was their mother. Maybe she really had found them. "We should be ready," she said. "If guards are busy, maybe we can escape." Other prisoners heard this. They gathered around. A tall creature with 6 arms spoke. "I am called Crone. I was a warrior before they took me. We should prepare to fight." "We have no weapons," someone said. "We have hands. We have numbers. We wait for the right moment." The prison buzzed with excitement. For the first time in years, prisoners dared to hope. Outside, the battle began. The Vendetta charged forward with 5 fighter ships. Station defenses opened fire first. Energy bolts filled space. Kelly ducked and weaved through the attacks. Her ship's shields held strong. She returned fire at the defensive guns. "Keith, deploy the special weapon." Keith activated his newest creation. A pulse of energy shot out. It didn't destroy anything. Instead, it made the station's shields flicker. "Shield disruptor working," Keith shouted. "Their defense grid is down to 60%. Amy's fighter zoomed past the station, firing at gun turrets. 2 other fighters followed her lead. They picked off defensive weapons one by one. Guard ships moved to attack. They swarmed around the Vendetta. Kelly spun her ship in a dance of death. She fired weapons in all directions. Enemy ships exploded around her. 8 guard ships left, Drake reported. "Status of our fighters?" "1 damaged, but still flying. The others are fine." Kelly smiled. They were winning. The Calvar had grown used to fighting weak enemies. They had forgotten what real battle was like. Inside the station, the shaking had started. Explosions rocked the walls. Guards ran to defensive positions. Some prisoners' cells opened by accident when power failed. Sarah grabbed Henry's hand. This is our chance. Crone used his 6 arms to break down cell doors. Other prisoners followed. Soon the whole block was free. To the escape pods, someone yelled. No, Sarah said. Everyone looked at the 8-year-old girl. First we save everyone, else. She led them through the station. Years of watching the guards had taught her the way. They reached another cell block. Help us open these. Together, they freed more prisoners. The group grew larger. Guards tried to stop them, but there were too many prisoners now. Back in space, only 2 guard ships remained. They tried to run, but Amy hunted them down. The station was alone now. Kelly moved her ship close to the station. She opened a communication channel. Calvar Station, this is Kelly Morgan. Surrender now and return all prisoners. This is your only warning. The station commander was sweating. Half his station was in revolt, his defenses were down. He had no reinforcements coming in time. But Calvar pride would not let him surrender. We will never surrender to primitives. Then die with your pride, Kelly said. She positioned the Vendetta at the station's weak point, the place where power systems met shield generators. Keith, prepare all weapons. Target that section. Ready, Captain? Fire everything. The Vendetta unleashed its full power. Every weapon fired at once. Energy beams, missiles, and Keith's special weapons all hit the same point. The station's shields failed completely. Explosions ripped through that section. Power failed in the whole station. Inside, Sarah and her group felt the blast. Emergency lights came on. They were near the main control room now. The station's dying, Zick said. We need to get off now. But Sarah had one more thing to do. She ran to the control room. The door was locked. Crone, can you break this? The 6-armed creature smashed the door. Inside, the commander sat at his desk. He pointed a weapon at them. Get back. Sarah walked forward. The 8-year-old didn't look scared. You took children. That was wrong. You're just a primitive child. My mother doesn't think so. The commander's hand shook. This human child had just walked in and told him he was wrong. He had been hearing the name Iron Widow. Could this child's mother really be that legendary warrior? If Kelly Morgan is your mother, then we will negotiate, Sarah smiled. Too late for that. She pressed the emergency communication button on the desk. Mommy? It's Sarah. We're in the control room. Henry's with me. We're okay. Kelly's voice came through the speakers. It was shaking with emotion. Baby, is that really you? Yes, Mommy. We found lots of friends here. Can they come home too? Everyone's coming home, sweetheart. Everyone. The commander slumped in his chair. The Iron Widow had come for her children. His station was lost, but at least they might live. Kelly's crew cheered when they heard Sarah's voice. Even hardened warriors felt tears. Move the Vendetta to the main dock, Kelly ordered. Prepare boarding, parties. We're bringing everyone home. As they approached the dying station, Kelly thought about her old life and her new one. 8 years ago, she had fought for power and glory. Today, she fought for love. And love made her stronger than she had ever been before. The Vendetta docked with the crippled station. Kelly suited up in her battle armor. Around her, her crew prepared weapons and medical supplies. They would rescue prisoners and stop any resistance. I go first, Kelly said. Drake, you lead the second team. Stay in communication. Understood, Captain. The airlock opened. Kelly stepped onto the station first. The hallway was dark. Emergency lights flashed red. She moved forward, weapon ready. Her armor's sensors detected life forms ahead. Calvar guards. But they weren't fighting. They were running away. They're abandoning ship, Kelly told her crew. Stay alert anyway. Inside the control room, Sarah sat in the commander's chair. Her legs swung above the floor. Henry leaned against her. Other prisoners stood around them. Your mother is coming aboard, the commander said. His voice was tired. Do what you want with me. You should say sorry, Henry said. You took us from Mommy. The commander looked at the 5-year-old. None of his training prepared him for this. He had fought many battles but never argued with human children. I followed orders, he said weakly. Bad orders, Sarah said. Zix says you take lots of kids. That's mean. Footsteps echoed in the hallway. The prisoners parted. Kelly Morgan stepped into the control room. She was covered in battle armor, holding a weapon. But when she saw her children, the warrior mask fell away. Sarah, Henry! The children jumped down and ran to her. Kelly dropped to her knees. She hugged them so tight they could barely breathe. Tears rolled down her cheeks. I thought I lost you forever, she whispered. We knew you'd come, Sarah said. We told everyone. Mommy always comes for us. Kelly looked up at the other prisoners. Dozens of different species watched the reunion. Many were children too. Thank you, she said to them. Thank you for keeping my babies safe. They kept us safe, said the blue creature Zix. They led the escape. Kelly stood up, still holding her children. She approached the commander. You have a choice, she said. Help us get everyone home safely, or we leave you on your dying station. The commander straightened up. The station systems are failing. Sections are losing atmosphere, but I know override codes. I can help you access the prisoner database and location of other stations. Do it, Kelly ordered. The commander started, typing on his console. Screens filled with data, lists of names, species, locations. Hundreds of prisoners in this station alone. Thousands more across the galaxy. My God, Drake whispered. They've been doing this for decades. Kelly's face hardened. She thought of all the parents like her searching for lost children, all the families torn apart. Download everything, she ordered. We're shutting this down. Her crew worked fast. They copied all data from the station's computers, locations of other prisons, guardship patterns, Calvar military codes. It was a treasure trove of information. Meanwhile, Kelly organized the evacuation. The station was breaking apart. Whole sections had lost power. Escape pods launched carrying Calvar guards fleeing for their lives. We don't have enough ships for everyone, Amy said. The station can't survive long, Kelly thought quickly. Use their escape pods. Reprogram them for long-range flight. Program a course to the nearest safe planet. Her crew worked on the escape pods. The technical work took precious time. The station shuddered and groaned. Mommy, Sarah said. Some prisoners are too scared to leave. They've been here a long time. They forgot home. Kelly looked at her daughter, 8 years old and thinking of others. She knelt down again. Will you help me talk to them? Sarah nodded. Together they walked through the station. Sarah spoke to frightened prisoners. Her small voice somehow calmed them. I was scared too, she told a cat-like creature. But my mommy came. Your family will look for you too. Slowly, prisoners moved to the escape pods. Henry helped smaller children climb aboard. The station kept breaking apart around them. A huge explosion rocked the station. Whole sections blew off into space. We have to go, Keith shouted. The main reactor is unstable. But Kelly found more survivors trapped in a damaged section, a family of 4 armed beings and several injured prisoners. Take the children to safety, Kelly told Drake. I'll get these last ones. No. Sarah grabbed her mother's hand. We stay together. You came for us. We stay with you. Kelly looked at her children. They had already shown such bravery. She couldn't ask them to be braver. Together then, all of us. With Keith's help, they cut through damaged doors. They carried injured prisoners back to the ships. The station was dying around them, but they saved every life they could find. Finally, they reached the Vendetta. Kelly carried Henry, while Drake carried Sarah. The last escape pods launched behind them. The station began to tear itself apart. Full power, Kelly ordered as they reached the bridge. Get us clear. The Vendetta roared away from the station. Behind them, Processing Station 7 exploded in a brilliant flash. Fragments scattered into space. On the bridge, Kelly's crew celebrated. They had won against impossible odds, but Kelly held her children close. This battle was just the beginning. "Captain," the Calvar commander spoke up. I request asylum. On your ship." Everyone turned to look at him. Kelly studied the gray-skinned alien who had held her children prisoner. "Why?" "I gave you information, helped with the escape. If I return to Calvar space, they will execute me for failure. And..." He paused. "Your children made me think. We've been wrong about primitives, about humans." Kelly considered this. Finally, she nodded. "You can stay, but you're under guard. Any trouble and you're out the airlock." The commander bowed his head. "I understand." Amy plotted a course for Earth. Around them, other ships carried freed prisoners toward different home worlds. The bridge buzzed with activity as they processed all the data stolen from the station. "Kelly," Drake said quietly, "this information shows 7 more prison stations. Thousands of prisoners. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?" She looked at her children. They had fallen asleep in her arms after their long ordeal. Then she looked at her crew. These warriors had answered her call without question. "One rescue. Mission is finished," she said. "The real war starts now." Her crew smiled grimly. They knew what that meant. The Iron Widow was truly back. And this time, she fought not for conquest, but for justice. In the days that followed, as the vendetta traveled home, Kelly learned from Sarah and Henry about their time in prison, how they had learned alien languages, made friends, survived. Her children had been afraid, but they never gave up hope. "Did you think about escaping?" Kelly asked one night. "Every day," Sarah said. "But Henry was scared. I told him you'd find us first." "How did you know?" "Because you're mommy. Mommies always save their babies." Kelly hugged them tight. Her children saw her as just a mother. They didn't know about the Iron Widow, the warrior who ruled star systems. They didn't need to know. They just needed to know she loved them. But the galaxy would soon remember. The Iron Widow had returned, and she carried not just a mother's love, but a mother's fury. The vendetta arrived at Earth 2 weeks later. Kelly had spent the journey home learning everything about the Calvar Empire's prison system. The former commander, now called Marcus, shared everything he knew. 7 stations total, he explained. Thousands of prisoners, different species from across the galaxy. "Can we free them all?" Kelly asked. "Not alone. We need allies. The Calvar Empire is vast." Kelly's children played in the ship's rec room with other recovered children. They had become friends during the journey. Sarah drew pictures of their adventure. Henry built toy spaceships. When Earth appeared on the view screen, the children pressed their faces against the window. "Home!" Henry shouted. They landed quietly in the desert outside Las Vegas. Kelly contacted old friends to spread word of their return. Within hours, allies started arriving. Some in ships, others using Earth's technologies. Her neighbor, Mr. Johnson, was one of the first to reach them. He hugged the children tight. "The police gave up searching," he said, "but I never stopped believing." "Thank you for watching our house," Kelly said. "It's just a house, you're what matters." Kelly gathered her crew and new allies in a secure hangar. People arrived from across Earth. Former military, scientists, spies, all wanted to help. "I've been quiet. Too long," Kelly addressed them. The galaxy forgot why they feared the Iron Widow. Time to remind them. She revealed the data they'd stolen. Maps, schedules, defense systems. Everything needed to attack the other stations. This isn't about conquest anymore. It's about justice. "We end the Calvar's slavery operation forever." People volunteered immediately. Earth's secret space fleet, dormant for years, was reactivated. Kelly's old contacts provided alien technology. Soon they had 50 ships ready for battle. A month passed as preparations continued. Kelly trained with her children each morning, teaching them self-defense. They weren't going to prison again. Ever. "Mommy, are you going away again?" Henry asked one day. Kelly knelt down. "I have to help other kids like you, but this time is different. I'm coming back soon." "Promise?" "Promise." Meanwhile, the Calvar Empire discovered what happened at Station 7. Reports reached the High Council. A human calling herself the Iron Widow destroyed one of their facilities. They laughed at first. One primitive ship? Handle it quietly. But then more reports came. She had detailed information about their prison system. She might attack again. This Iron Widow, an advisor said. Is she the same one from our old records? The oldest counselor checked historical data. His face turned pale. It's her. She disappeared 8 years ago. Before that, she ruled 3 star systems. Our fleets avoided her territory. How did a primitive human get such power? She understood war better than anyone. Brutal, but brilliant. If she's active again, send our strongest battle group to Earth. End this before it spreads. Kelly expected the Calvar response. Her old instincts returned easily. She planned 3 steps ahead, predicting their moves. They'll send a battle group, maybe 50 ships, she told her commanders. We'll be ready. Earth prepared for war. Secret. Defense stations powered up. Asteroid bases activated. Human ships trained alongside alien allies who had suffered under Calvar rule. Sarah and Henry watched everything. Their mother changed when planning battles. Her eyes became cold and calculating. But she still tucked them in each night and told bedtime stories. Is Mommy still Mommy when she fights? Henry asked Sarah. She's always Mommy, she just has another job too. The Calvar battle group arrived at Earth 3 months after the Station 7 attack. 60 ships entered the solar system. They expected easy victory against a primitive world. Kelly's ambush was perfect. 30 ships struck from behind asteroids. Another 20 rose from Earth's moon. The Calvar found themselves surrounded. This is the Iron Widow, Kelly broadcast. Surrender now or be destroyed. The Calvar commander responded with arrogance. You are one fleet against an empire. Test me. The battle lasted 6 hours. Kelly's tactics were flawless. She used space itself as a weapon, leading enemy ships into asteroid fields. Her pilots flew with precision that amazed the Calvar. 20 Calvar ships surrendered. The rest fled or were destroyed. Not a single Earth ship was lost. The victory sent shockwaves through the galaxy. The Iron Widow had not only returned, she had allies. She had Earth itself behind her. Kelly didn't wait for the next attack. She took the war to them. Using the data from Station 7, she led strikes against the remaining prison stations. Each attack was swift and precise. Prisoners freed, stations captured or destroyed, data stolen. Her children watched from the safety of Earth, but Kelly video called them daily. We're helping so many kids, she told them. Just like I helped you. Can we help too? Sarah asked. Kelly smiled. You already are. You're my good luck charms. 6 months after their rescue, Kelly's campaign reached the Calvar capital world. She didn't attack it. Instead, she surrounded it and opened communications. This war can end now, she told the High Council. Release all remaining prisoners, shut down your slavery operation, and Earth is off limits forever. The leaders were proud, but they were also realistic. They had lost most of their fleet. Other species were rebelling, inspired by Kelly's success. What guarantees do we have that you won't conquer us? I don't want conquest. I never did. I ended wars before. I'll end this one too. Accept these terms or face complete defeat. The Calvar agreed to Kelly's demands. A peace treaty was signed on neutral ground. All prison stations were emptied. Thousands of prisoners returned home. Kelly returned to Earth a hero, but she shed her Iron Widow armor quickly. She was eager to be just mom again. At their welcome home party, Sarah gave a speech that made everyone laugh and cry. My mommy is the strongest person in the galaxy. But she's also the best mommy. She came all across the stars to save me and Henry. And she saved everyone else too. I love you, Mommy. Kelly hugged her children tight. Around them, survivors they'd rescued cheered. Former allies celebrated. Even ex-enemies like Marcus had become friends. 1 year after the children's abduction, life returned to normal in Michigan. Kelly taught a self-defense class at the community center. Sarah and Henry went to school. They told amazing stories about their space adventure, but no one believed them. That was fine with Kelly. She had one more secret now. Hidden documents on her computer. 7 other species had contacted her. They needed help too. "Can we keep it quiet this time?" she asked her crew over secret communication. "If you want," Drake laughed. "But the Iron Widow's legend is secure. Now." Kelly looked out her kitchen window. Her children played in the yard, safe and happy. Earth continued peacefully, unaware of the cosmic war that protected it. Sometimes at night, Kelly would put on her helmet and check space. Other times, she'd look at photos of freed prisoners starting new lives. She'd ended the Calvar's slave trade, changed the balance of galactic power, but her greatest victory still played in the backyard. As she watched Sarah and Henry chase butterflies, Kelly smiled. Let other heroes save the galaxy. Her universe was right here. Outside her home, hidden in the asteroid belt, the Vendetta waited in case she was needed again. The Iron Widow could return whenever Earth or its children faced danger. For now, though, Kelly Morgan was exactly where she belonged. Home with her children, living the peaceful life she'd fought so hard to protect. The galaxy could spin on. The Iron Widow's fury had been satisfied. Her love had conquered all.